ESPN is allegedly preparing to offer Peyton Manning a record $18 million to $20 million a year to serve as the lead analyst for Monday Night Football. They're also expecting to pursue lead NBC commentator Al Michaels in a potential trade between networks.
Is that ESPN saying that strictly because Tony Romo chose CBS over ESPN? So Tony Romo signs for $17.5 million, and then I think there's $500,000 to be used for other things. Then ESPN obviously got snubbed in this because they did pursue Tony Romo. ESPN goes, oh, well, I don't care what we're signing Peyton for, but we're definitely going to make Tony Romo wake up in the morning, and when he's taking his little grumpy or whatever, he's going to read that we're going to offer somebody else more money because I think ESPN doesn't want to make it look like they couldn't keep up with what CBS was going to offer. By the way, if they can get Al Michaels out of NBC and trade for him, which, by the way, would be a massive move to move Al Michaels away from Sunday Night Football. The man has been on the call for some of the biggest moments in the history of sports. Miracle on Ice, I believe he was there. Yep. I mean, he's just been the Olympics, most NFL big moments. Al Michaels is there. A man whose name is synonymous with sports for the last, 75 years, basically.
Pretty much.
Still got his fastball, by the way. Al Michaels still as smooth as you could potentially be. But they have Mike Tirico on that roster over there. So if you can get Al Michaels over to Monday Night Football. Has he been there before?
He was when it was on ABC.
So he would come back to the Disney family on Monday Night Football with Peyton Manning, who I would assume Peyton Manning, when ESPN has been pursuing him in the past, right? He didn't want to criticize Eli. He didn't want to do that. There's always been these reasons that have come out, and maybe money was something he thought about because I don't know how much they're paying him for Nationwide will break you off. I assume he's getting paid a lot from that. He made a lot of money off the Papa John's store sales that he got out of. I mean, there's a lot of money in Peyton Manning's world. So I don't know if it was the money thing, but Peyton probably, in a conversation with the ESPN folks, was like, well, if I ever did do it, there's a couple people I like. I like Al Michaels a lot. I like, he's a good friend of mine. We golf together. Jim Nance, I like him a lot. And ESPN was like, all right, we're not going to get turned down by Peyton again. Let's offer him more money than any human has ever made in this, and let's get somebody that he absolutely loves. I like that ESPN is trying to pull out all the stops to get him because I would like to hear Al Michaels and Peyton Manning on Monday Night Football. But will NBC let it happen? Probably not. Well, hello there. Utilize the promo code PAYTHEBILLS and get $20 off your first order from SeatGeek. Now, back to the magic, if I had to guess.
Just from the other perspective, though, obviously Peyton doesn't really need the money, but is $20 million a year, that's too good to turn down.
That's a lot of cash.
Yeah.
And Peyton loves the game of football. He's very smart. He's funny. I mean, Al Michaels and Peyton Manning would be must-see television, just like Jim Nance and Tony Romo are. There's been people tweeting is there any broadcaster that would make you watch a game? I think Tony Romo does that. And on the flip side, there are broadcasters that make me not want to watch a game. And that's where the Monday Night Footballs, the Sunday Night Footballs, the primetime games can't fall into. And Monday Night Football knows that they potentially fell into that trap the last couple of years. If they can get Al Michaels away from NBC and Tirico and Collinsworth are on Sunday night and Al Michaels and Peyton are on Monday night, good for the NFL, good for ESPN, and good for all of us to get to hear those brains collab to make beautiful magic.
M cubed.
Michaels, Manning, Monday Night Football.
Nope. McAfee.
Oh, you want me in there? That won't happen.